I am Madam Gracious Kanziani from Educare TZ. My online student warmly welcome in our best media Educare. I say it is best media because the material, a lot of tutorials are there in our media. So it's your time to follow our media so as you can benefit and enjoy all the available tutorial. So here my student, we are making the tutorial in a level, or we can say advanced level, and our main class level is the Form 5. As in a level, we have too many classes, tuna Form 5 na Form 6. But here our tutorial, we are dealing with the Form 5 class or Form 5 level. So our subject is chemistry, as you see. And my students, our main consideration in this tutorial is the general chemistry, so here, in the previous session, we tried to look that the general chemistry, it consists of the main two subtopics. We have the concept of atomic, but we have the concept of chemical bonding. So my students, you can see that today we are going to look or to start discussing on the properties of cathode ray. Before I proceed, I can remind you where we learned in the previous session. In the previous session, we tried to look on those the discovery of the subatomic particle, and we tried to look on the issue of electrons, which is known as the cathode rays. We tried to look in that mechanism on how these rays observed and finally proposed to be the negative or electron particles or electron rays. Negatively charged electron. So here now, these are the properties of cathode rays. So in last katika ile previous session, last time tulidiscuss ile tube. Tuliona kwamba ile tube ina sifa mbalimbali, lakini pia tuliona ile tube jinsi ambazo zile cathode rays zinatokea. So now today we can start on looking on their properties. When we talk about properties, tunaongelea sifa za hii cathode ray. So the aim of the Thomson, ambapo J.J. Thomson ndo alikuja na hii concept ya the cathode ray baada ya kufanya experiment yake. So the aim of the Thomson experiment was to discover and understand the nature of the cathode ray. Lengo lake lilikuwa kudiscover, lakini kuelewa nature ya hizi rays ambazo zilikuja kuwa proposed finally as the negative charge particle, ambayo tunasema kwamba ni one of the subatomic particle ya zile part of the atom ambayo ni electron. So that's following his experiment, and those of the others, several properties of the cathode ray were identified as follow. Sasa kulingana na ile experiment yake, hizi ndizo properties au sifa ambazo ziliambatana na ile experiment yake aliyokuwa anafanya kudiscover na kuelewa kuhusiana na cathode ray. The first one is the cathode rays, they cause a greenish fluorescence on the glass wall of the discharge tube. Kwamba zile cathode rays huwa zinasababisha hii rangi greenish fluorescence. Greenish fluorescence ni kama ni miale fulani, mianga fulani. Kwa hiyo ilikuwa inatokea kama miale fulani hivi ambayo ilikuwa ina display this greenish color on the glass wall. Tuliambiwa kwamba ile tuliona tulivyokuwa tunaona demonstration ya ile cathode ray tube, ile discharge tube ambayo ilikuwa inatuonyesha how those ray travel. Tuliona kwamba yenyewe imekuwa characterized by the walls, glass walls. So you can see that katika zile glass walls zake hii discharge tube, zile rays zilizokuwa zinapita zilikuwa zina kiss this greenish fluorescences. It was they call the greenish fluorescences in those wall. That is the first main properties of this cathode ray. But another one is they travel in straight lines and therefore causing sharp shadow on the wall opposite to the cathode when a solid object is placed on its way. What does it mean? As you see here, there are the way travel in a straight line. Na katika ile experiment utaona kwamba zile rays zilionekana zilikuwa zinafanyaje? Zina path zina path in the straight line, lakini during the year pass ilikuwa zinakuwa attracted at the anode, ndipo zikajulikana kwamba the rays are negatively because they are attracted toward the positive. Zilipokuwa zinapita kwenye tube zilikuwa zinakuwa attracted toward the what, the positive side, zikajulikana the rays are negative. Kwa hiyo anasema kwamba they travel in straight lines. Not only that, during their traveling in the straight line, they're causing sharp shadow on the wall opposite to the cathode when a solid object is placed on there. Kwamba kwenye opposite to the cathode, kwenye ile discharge tube, when the object it's maybe metallic object are placed there, you can see that there is a sharp shadow. Sharp shadow ni kama kakivuli fulani hivi, kwamba it mean that these rays zinaenda chini zina kiss pale, afu unaona kama kuna kama shadow fulani inaonekana kwenye ile wall ambapo opposite au nyuma yake kuna placed object. Placed object, it can be the metallic object, lazima iwe ni solid, Kwa hiyo utaona kwamba kuna uakisi unatokea ndani, kuna hii shadow fulani inaonekana kama kivuli fulani. So that is another properties of this cathode ray. But another one, the properties of cathode ray was they cause a heating effect. When we talk about heating effect, mean that inasababisha ile kitu kama kinapatwa moto. Kama ushaona ile kwamba unakuta kitu kinapita kwenye sehemu fulani, afu at the same time unaona kitu kama cha moto. So that is what this rays cause toward the solid object. So they cause heating effect when allowed to streak in a thin metal foil and the foil become hot. Asa pale ambapo zikipita kwenye thin metal foil, ina maana ni metal ambayo thin, utaona kwamba ile metal inakuwa kama ya moto baada tu ya zile rays kupita au zile radiation kupass through there. So utaona kwamba inasababisha ile foil ina become hot. Unashangaa mbona kama hii thin metal is hot? Kwa hiyo ina cause the heating effect. Kwa hiyo hii ni kulingana na ile the power within that rays or within those cathode rays. But another is they have momentum. So when we talk about momentum, I hope my students, you are good in physics, so I hope each of the momentum is clear for you. So they have a momentum because when a small pedal wheel is placed in their path, the wheel rotates. Kwamba kama kutakuwa na small pedal imekuwa placed there, utaona kwamba rotation ina take place. Why rotation? Because of maintaining the momentum. Kwa unaona kwamba they have momentum. Na hiyo momentum inakuwa proved kulingana na hii scenario ambayo yenyewe inatokea kwamba endapo small pedal wheel is placed in the path, pale kwenye njia yake utaona kwamba rotation of the wheel occur. Why rotation? You can see in order to maintain the momentum. Kwa hiyo finally tunaona kwamba the nature of this ray, they are momentum. They have momentum on their own. So now my students, that are the main characteristic or property of the cathode rays according to J.J. Thomson experiment. But then, therefore, from the J.J. Thomson's experiment, it was concluded that cathode rays are negatively charged particles emerging from the cathode. These negative charged particles are called electrons. Sasa kulingana na ile mechanism tuliyoona kuanzia mwanzo, tukaona hii cathode ray tube discharge inavyotokea, lakini pia tumejaribu kupitia hizi properties. Sasa finally ndipo huyu J.J. Thomson akaja na conclusion, akaconclude, akatoa nani ya mwisho kabisa, general conclusion, akasema kwamba the cathode ray are negative charged particles emerging from the cathode, kwamba ni negative particle lakini zimeitwa cathode rays kwa sababu they are emerged, zilitokea kwenye nini? They originated from the cathode plate. Tuliona ile discharge tube ina two plate, kulikuwa na cathode na anode, lakini zenyewe zilikuwa originated from the cathode. That's why zikaitwa cathode rays. Na finally, because are negative charge particle, and final as they are known as electron. Kwa hiyo ndio discovery of the electron as a subatomic particle of the atom. So that is all about our this subtopic this is subatomic particle electron. Kwa hiyo tumeanza kuanzia mwanzo tulivyoona JJ alivyokuwa amepropose the assumption mechanism, idea yake alivyoiraise whatever, mpaka mwisho conclusion tumeiona. So now let us see another discovery of the subatomic particle, which is the protons, ambapo protons ilikuwa ni ya pili kugundulika au kuwa discovered. Nakumbuka hizi zilitokea baada tu ya ile challenge how do this ile challenge baada ya Dalton kuraise ile modern Dalton atomic theory kwamba atom is made up of subatomic particles, protons, electrons, neutrons, is where the scientists they come to raise their idea with their fact and experiment to prove this kwamba okay, sasa kama atom is made up of this subatomic particle, how do they arrange in the atom? Ndio wakaja na hizi concepts zao. How do electron arrange in the atom? Kwa hiyo ndio huyu JJ Thomson akagundua kuhusiana na electron, lakini pia sasa tuone the discovery of protons kwamba hii ni another subatomic particle. So you can see that the protons were the second subatomic particle to be discovered. It was also known as positive ray. It's also known as we know that proton is equal to positive rays, yani ni positive charged particle. So different scientists tried to write their idea kama kawaida kwamba scientists watajaribu kuja na idea zao, but finally the Ernest Rutherford proposed the existence of the protons and showed that the mass was 1800 times that of the electron. Asa Rutherford ndiye alikuja na hii accepted proposal kwamba yeye alikuja na hii idea concept ya nani, ya protons, na akasema kwamba mass of the protons ni 1800 mara ya nani, ya the electron, is larger than the mass of the electron. So this is the discharge tube ambayo inaonyesha production of the positive rays. As you see, this is the positive, this is the cathode rays, lakini this is the perforated cathode, lakini as you see this here is we have cathode ambayo here we have this negative charge, lakini huku tuna positive electrons au positive rays. Kwa hiyo in discharge ambayo ilikuwa inajaribu kudemonstrate the production of this positive rays, you see this rays, this is positive rays au the protons. Na hii hapa ni perforated cathode. So you can see that properties of the positive ray, Sasa huyu Rutherford yeye aliongelea nini kuhusiana na this we call positive ray au protons? Yeye aliona kwamba hii protons ina sifa gani, au hizi positive rays, what are their properties? So simply, when subjected to the electric or magnetic field, they are deflected from their origin path. Kwamba endapo zinakuwa subjected to the magnetic field or electric field, huwa zinakuwa deflected from their original path. The path of their deflection indicates that the rays are positively charged. This is not rate, rays. Kwa hiyo ile deflection to their origin path, it indicates that the ray is what positively charged, kwa sababu ya ile deflection inayotokea. Na kule kwa cathode ilikuwa ni tofauti, zilikuwa zinakuwa deflected toward the positive plate, lakini huku unaona kidogo ni tofauti, kwamba zenyewe zinapokuwa exposed to the electric field or magnetic field, deflection inatokea to their origin path. Kwa hiyo hii ikaonekana these are the what are the positively charged, or we can say positive ray. They also cause mechanical motion in the Mika wheel, which indicates the particle nature of this ray. Kwa hiyo zilikuwa zina cause mechanical motion in the Mika wheel, na hii ika-indicate the particle nature of this positive ray. But also they also cause fluorescences when they streak on the certain material. Pia zenyewe zilikuwa zina tokea hiyo kind of fluorescences, kama mianga fulani hivi, kama miale fulani fluorescences ambapo zina streak kwenye a certain material. The charge to mass ratio of the positive particle is always less than that of the charge to mass ratio of the electron. Kama tulivyoona. Kwa hiyo hii mass ratio yake, charge to mass ratio ya hizi positive particle always ni less than that of the electron. Kwa hiyo charge to mass ratio electron ni kubwa ukikompare na hizi positive rays. When the charge on the positive particle of hydrogen gas was measured, the charge on each particle was found to be this one. Kwamba each particle charge yake ilikuwa found to be this one coulombs with equal magnitude to that of an electron but opposite in sign. Kwamba zilikuwa sawa magnitude yake na zile za electron lakini different in their sign, but the electron which are measured for instance for particle of hydrogen is displayed the same number of charge, au this one we say this coulombs charge, coulombs, this positive 1.6 times 10 power negative 19. Hii tutaitumia hii constant wakati tunafanya calculation mbalimbali. It is most useful. Therefore, by using the charge of the each positive particle of hydrogen gas and the other charge to mass ratio, Rutherford concluded that the lightest positive particle can be obtained from the hydrogen gas and he called it proton. Hapo hiyo ndio conclusion ya Rutherford. Kulingana na hiyo study katika hydrogen gas iliyokuwa studied, yeye akaconclude kwamba lightest positive particle can be obtained from the hydrogen gas, then finally ndo akaita ni proton. So that is how the discovery of protons by the Rutherford was. Okay, now let us see the discovery of the neutrons. Sasa hapa tunaenda kuangalia the lastest subatomic particle of the atom. So hii neutrons ilikuwa discovered by someone, physicist James Chadwick. Chadwick huyu ni physicist scientist ambaye alidiscover neutrons by bombarding the beryllium atom with the alpha ray. Sasa huyu idea yake alikuja kufanya bombardation au bombardment. Alifanya bombarding ya hydrogen beryllium atom lakini with the alpha particle. Alpha particle tunajua ni positively alpha particle. The bombarded beryllium emitted penetrating particle which could neither be deflected by the electric nor magnetic field. Kwa hiyo hapa ilionekana kitu ni neutral. Kulionekana kuna kitu neutral baada ya hii bombarding ilivyo place, kwamba alichukua the beryllium atom akafanya bombardment au bombarding with with this alpha particle. Alivyofanya reaction with this alpha particle, obviously anasema kwamba the bombarded beryllium emitted penetrating particles which could neither be deflected by the electric nor magnetic field. So here you can see that since this particle were neutral, they were called the neutrons. Kulingana na ile neutrality iliyotokea, that's why ikaitwa neutron. The equation for the bombardment of the beryllium with the alpha particle is as follows. Alpha particle nimekwambia ni positive, so you can take even hydrogen or helium or whatever. So here is beryllium with the 4 atomic and this one 10 mass number, but plus helium which is 2 atomic with the 4 mass number. But you can see that here we are going to have this compound carbon 6 with 13 atomic number. Kwa maana hiyo ni kwamba here we are going to have the 0. We are going to have the 0. Hii n ina represent neutron, lakini pia 1 electron here, I mean one particle of protons here ambayo ni positive 1 will be observed here, but finally we have this neutrons here, neutrons electron. Kwa hiyo hapo utaona ni 6 electron, lakini hapa ni neutron, I mean 0 ambayo inaonyesha kwamba it is neutral. So that is how the bombarding was between the beryllium and the alpha particle, and the alpha particle, And this is the equation which try to demonstrate that bombardment. Okay, now let us see the properties of neutrons and tujue sasa hii neutrons ilikuwa na sifa gani. Okay, they are deflected by neither electric nor magnetic field and therefore they possess no charge at all. Ndio maana tumeona pale ile electron ni zero. Kwa hiyo they can be deflected either neither electric nor magnetic, that's why zikaitwa neutral. Lakini pia sifa yake nyingine ni kwamba they have the same mass as protons, zina mass sawa na nani? Na protons. Zina mass sawa na protons. Neutrons are constituents of all atom except that of protium. Kama ni component, tunaposema constituents ni sawa na component. Kwa ni component za all atoms kasoro ile of protium except that of the protium. Protium tunajua ni hydrogen ambaye ana atomic number 1 but also mass number 1. Ile ni first kabisa isotope of the hydrogen, protium. Now my student, after that I would like to see this mark the end of our session. Thank you so much for watching. Hizo discoveries ni kama theories. Kwa hiyo utakuwa unaangalia mwenyewe hizo theory, lakini wewe elewa tu concept ya neutrons, electrons and protons as subatomic particles na kueje. Lakini pia elewa tu kwamba hawa scientists walisema nini kuhusiana na hizo concept. That is all about our general chemistry, na tunaangalia hizo theories au hizo concepts za discovery mbalimbali. Thank you so much for watching our Media Educator TZ. Keep following our media so as you can benefit for the provided tutorials. Thank you so much. Have a good time.